Jessica Biel, Megan Fox, or Scarlett Johansson?
Scarlett Johansson.
Who you got?
Megan Fox.
I'm going Megan Fox.
Jessica Biel body.
No.
You talking about flat out looks? Because Scarlett Johansson cannot compete with Megan. I was
Megan
Fox.
Megan
Scarlett Johansson, beautiful. Megan Fox,
like
sexy.
fashion.
But she's beautiful too.
And
Like if they both walk right past us, I think our jaw would drop with
you know what? Women are right about us because men confuse beauty with sexiness. All the time, they never get it right.
I know the difference.
Megan Fox is sexy. She has sex appeal. She exudes it.
She's
So
a sex
to
pot.
a lot of people, the more sex appeal you exude, the more beautiful you appear to some men.
Like I'm gonna tell you something. Beyonce is not sexy.
Beyonce's not beautiful.
That's a matter of opinion.
Whoa.
That's a matter of opinion right there. That's Sleep's opinion, not the GYGB panel.
No, let me retrace that.
No
When
disrespect.
she
to Jay.
dances, she's sexy. Like
Very.
I've been,
She knows how to move them hips.
yeah, she's sexy,
walking them
but she
five
doesn't
hills.
exude sexiness when she talks and just chill.
Well, that's true.
No,
That's
no,
true.
she doesn't. No, neither beauty.
Scarlett Johansson talks sexy though.
Yeah, I agree.
Rihanna on the other end, she
She
downplays
is
her
sexy.
beauty, and she's still
sexy.
gorgeous. She downplays.
She got
it.
the long legs.
Yeah, she downplays everything.
What does this have to do with boxing?
It doesn't.
Back up from the ropes.
Welcome back to Guard Your Grill Boxing. It's your man Sleep, Big White, shout out to Ride or Die, DOX out in LA. You put it together, we try to get clues every
Say nothing but
episode.
drama.
You guys put it together. Coltrane. We got my man Darchinyan versus Arce. The fight was supposed to take place about 3 years ago, but it took place now
Arce was running
to the detriment of Arce, because I
Arce.
think the fight would have been more competitive if they would have fought 3 years ago. But Darchinyan actually grew as a boxer.
Vic Darchinyan, shout out to Vic. Came off an impressive victory today against Arce. He did his thing. He came in. The first round was just awesome. The first round was just awesome. You saw Vic hitting him with those right hooks.
I don't want to get my videos yanked, so I won't show you the label. How about that?
But good fight. Good fight. What's your thoughts on the fight?
Man, I thought it was a very entertaining fight. Like, I think as far as 09 is concerned, like, we haven't had a lot of duds. Like, you know what I'm saying? This was a very entertaining fight. I think if they would have fought when they originally supposed to fight, I think it probably been a little more competitive down the stretch. Both of these guys is hard-nosed guys. Darchinyan has grown as a boxer, but we see when he gets hit and somebody doesn't waver or doesn't feel bullied by him, he kind of resorts back to his old self.
Yeah,
Starts winding up.
So you're right.
And he, the fight has a slight ebb and flow with Darchinyan dominating early on. Then Arce standing up to him, hitting him, I think it was with a left hook, kind of wobbled him, and then the fight got real sloppy. And it was extremely competitive.
It is sure.
It was a bomb fest. And then somebody just had the bigger gun down the stretch. And Darchinyan likes to hold your head down, and then he's a southpaw, so he'll throw the jab, but he'll hold your head down in the process and try to line you up for the uppercut. But it was a very entertaining fight, man. Like I said, Darchinyan, he still looked well. He kind of resorted back to his old ways and made me still ponder this fight that's not going to happen.
But it's still in him.
But it should happen, and that's the fight between Darchinyan
and Donaire.
and Donaire.
You mean a rematch?
The rematch. Now, the Darchinyan to beat Mahrez, I think he gives Donaire a very big problem. But when he resorts back to the old Darchinyan, that's not a good thing, I think. For him. But it always makes for great entertainment and great cinema, man.
But what do you think about him fighting Israel Vasquez?
I think that's too much. Vasquez is too big. That's a whole nother animal. Those guys are a whole nother animal. I don't think he's on that level yet. I think he gets knocked out in that fight.
When they talked about the rematch afterwards,
yeah, they try and go. They try to cash out.
He has to go up there. He has to. There's nothing else for him.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. He deal with either it could be Marquez or who's the other guy you just said?
Israel Vasquez.
That's a whole nother animal. And like sometimes those two look sloppy against each other because they're such great technicians. But you'll see a massacre in that fight. And I don't. As much as I like Vic, I don't see.
Barrera not seeing my man.
personally, that's the fight I want to see.
very-
I would love to see Israel Vasquez fight Vic Darchinyan. I think that fight should happen. I think that fight would be good for boxing. These guys down low, you got them in 115 and 120s on up, are knocking each other out. You definitely don't have that going on in the middleweights and the heavyweight.
Yeah, it was going on 147 about a week.
Right, 147 is hot. 147 is hot, but you know, there's some action down there. Let the action continue to brew. Let it brew. Let it, you know, let us put some good fights together.
Yo, welcome back to GYGB. It's your man Coltrane.
The chicken ride or die.
Real quick, I got a public announcement real quick to you adults out there. Can you please stop going into these children movies without children and taking up all the seats? My daughter had nowhere to sit Friday night. I'm sick of these adults going to these children movies. Y'all know who y'all are with no children taking up all the seats. That's all I wanted to say. Anyway, we got some fights coming up this month. Shout out to all y'all dudes out there, Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day could be Valentine's Day massacre.
Dudes, listen, grow a pair, wear the pants, and watch some fights this weekend, because we got some good fights. So dudes, you know they got boo love. It's boo loving weekend. You gotta take your girl out. It's Valentine's Day.
Right.
You probably one of them dudes.
I am one of those dudes.
Sleeve's probably one of them dudes. Big Mike probably one of them dudes.
You know, because shout out to Beardies. I know the true meaning of St. Valentine. Get his heart cut out, put in a box.
That's what I'm talking. Coltrane gonna be watching boxing. What we got popping off this Saturday, Rada Dot?
What we have popping off, we have
Nate Campbell.
Nate Campbell versus
Ali Funeka.
Yep.
And quick background on Ali Funeka. I know a lot of people don't know him. He hasn't been on TV, but shout out to Philly's own Zahir Rahim. He knocked him out, unfortunately. So that's all we really know about Ali Funeka.
Yeah.
We know about Nick Campbell.
We know about Nick Campbell.
We know what Nick Campbell brings to the table. We all know what happened to Nick Campbell. You know, he was supposed to fight Joanne Guzman. Joanne couldn't make weight, so he got to fight my dude Ali Funeka. You know, I don't really know what to make of this fight. Shout out to my dude Ali Boombaye from the UK. He told me this is a tough fight for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know enough about this dude to give him the W.
Neither do I. I mean, we just saw when Zahir Rahim fought him.
Exactly.
They thought he got hit after the bell.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah,
That's
but
a good point,
regardless of the point, Zahir Rahim got the L.
Right, no doubt.
We see more.
He's tall too. He's tall for a lightweight. You know, pull him up on YouTube and show some clips of.
Right.
He got some height on him. Right.
The only thing we know a lot about Nick. We've seen him fight a couple of times. You know,
Got them 6-inch punches.
Yep.
Boom, 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 boom.
Beat Mike's boy. Beat Big Mike boy Juan Diaz.
Oh, baby bull.
Baby bull.
Baby bull. Slap shot.
So,
He's in the studio on it.
Slap shot.
So, with that being said, in terms of prediction, you know, I really don't know too much, and I'm gonna be on the fence in this. I'm just gonna say that Nate will win. It'll be a tough fight based on what I saw.
Okay.
But I think Nate will win a decision.
Right. So, all right, I don't want to move too far ahead because he got to beat this dude 1st. So the way it's shaping up, the way I see it is, Nate Campbell wins next weekend. We got, speaking of Baby Bull, he fights Juan Manuel, Big Brother Marquez at the end of the month. So if those two win, because Pacquiao moves on. Let's forget the Pacquiao. That's over. Pacquiao's on. He moved out. He's moving on. So I think ultimately what's going to happen is you're going to have Nate and Marquez square off for the supremacy of 135.
And rightfully so.
Right. So also, switching over, we got Kermit Cintron fighting on that card too.
Yep.
We got him fighting.
Sergio Martinez.
Right. No, not Sergio. Yeah, he's fighting Sergio Martinez. That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
He fighting Sergio Martinez because originally he was supposed to fight
Clotty.
Joshua Clotty.
Yep.
Shout out to Clotty.
By the way, this is a public service announcement. Joshua Clotty is the most feared man in boxing. Get it straight.
Is he the most feared or he the most he's not handled correctly business-wise?
It's a difference. He's avoided because he didn't put himself in a position where he can actually say he's feared. Like Margarito, everybody knew who he was. He was in the way and he was feared. Like Clotty is more so he's avoided because he's too much risk, no reward.
Right. All right. So Sergio Martinez, you know.
By the way, Kermit Cintron is moving up a weight.
He's moving up to junior middleweight. Good point. Now Sergio Martinez, you know, we just saw him fight on HBO. Him and Anguilla, they was on that triple card, Gamboa, and his only loss is to Margarito.
Both of them, their only losses are to Margarito.
Right. And, wow, what a coincidence.
What was that? Pending investigation.
Pending investigation.
Right.
You know, shout out to the good too with that parent. So, who are you picking in that fight?
Yeah, I'm picking Sergio Martinez to win that fight.
Yeah, I think he's a little too slippery.
Yeah,
but
he's
go
a
ahead.
little too slippery.
Right.
You know, I think always.
Shout out to Big Mike. You know that's his dude.
Big Mike, sorry. Sorry.
Look at him.
You want to talk about the Doherty Park story?
Kermit Cintron. Oh, well, we know what did. Kermit's 2 L's to a man who puts plaster on his head.
Allegedly. GYGB is allegedly reported that. I ain't trying to get our video yanked.
Yeah.
But go ahead, y'all.
I'll beat people with cast oil. I'll beat people with semen on my hands too. You know.
Go ahead, run it down.
You know what's funny? One thing I realized about Kermit Cintron, and we talked about before,
Right.
even when he fought, I forget the fight he had. It was a fight prior to the Margarito fight, where the fight went. It went to like
Feliciano?
yes.
When he banged.
Yeah, when he banged. Yeah, because hands. Right. Exactly.